Hi everyone, it's Monica, and welcome back to Tailor-Made Cards for You. Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you a passport card. Now, I know I've shared with you several passport cards in the past, but this one is a little different. When I created my video a few weeks ago, and I was asking you for some recommendations for some of my cards, Wendy Jansen had asked for an angel card. Well, Wendy, I'm not actually using a stamp for this particular card, but I am creating an angel card. And because you did make that recommendation, this card is going to you. So make sure that you do get a hold of me, and I'll leave you some information at the end of the video. So what I wanted to share with you today is this passport card and how to put this card together. But what's different about this passport card is I created it into a kit. And it's going to be a kit that you can download. Now you're going to get 3 pages on this kit. You're going to get the paperwork to create the base of the card, and then you're also going to get lots of ephemera to be able to add to your passport card. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to put it together. So this is something that I've been thinking about for a while. You've seen me make passport cards all the time, and I do sell my kits through the mail, but I really wanted to be able to create something where you could just download it and it's one and done. So I finally took the plunge and figured out all the measurements for my passport cards to create a digital download available for you in my Etsy shop. So let's go ahead and put this card together. So the first thing you're going to want to do, of course, is print your images, and then you're going to take your paper trimmer and you want to cut everything out. Now you're going to end up with lots of ephemera, but you're also going to end up with these 2 pieces of decorative angel paper. That's going to be the base of the card. And you're going to want to go ahead and get out your scoreboard, and you're going to score your paper at 2 3/4. And you're going to make that score line go all the way down. Now, once you score the card, you can fold it if you want to. But if you don't want to fold it, you can go ahead and just shift it right because we're going to make another score line. Now, when you shift the card to the right, you're going to make another score line, but you're going to only go to the halfway point, and you're going to stop where that score starts. And you're going to score this line at the 3.5 mark. And then you're going to trim that small rectangle that you have there. Now you want to hang on to that paper because we're going to be using that for a tuck in our passport card. Now once you have that cut out, you want to go ahead and grab your other piece of designer cardstock. And this is the paper that has the angels on the top. And we're going to make another score line. You're going to put your paper right side up, so you want your angels to be showing. And you're going to make a score line on the 1/2 inch mark. Now, I like to round my corners. So if you have a corner rounder, you're going to want to go ahead and round all of your corners except for the back edge of the card. And you're not going to want to score the bottom corner of the back edge. All right, so once you have all of your corners rounded, you can go ahead and take your adhesive, and you're going to add some adhesive to that 1/2 inch fold that you created on the card that has the angels on top. And you're going to adhere this to the base of your card. Now make sure that when you are adhering this to the base of your card, that you do test the foldability of your passport card. You don't want to have that middle page so tight against the first page that it doesn't close. So make sure that you do give it a little bit of room so that way your page will close. All right, so once you have the base of your card together, it's time to actually put some more paper to cover up some of those whites. Now, typically when I create my passport cards, I'm using double-sided paper. But because I did create a digital download for you, you're not going to have the double-sided paper. Now, of course, you can have double-sided paper if you just churned your paper over and printed it twice, I suppose. But I did create enough digital paper for you to go ahead and decorate the white sides of your paper. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take those two 5x7 pieces of paper and you're going to want to trim it down. Now, I didn't size these papers because I wanted you to have some options for what paper you use to decorate where. So on my particular example, I decided to use those little angels to mat the backside of the passport card, and then I used the smaller script paper to mat the smaller part of the passport card. So once you have the base of your card, it's really easy to just measure out how much paper you need, and then you just want to trim it down. So at this point, you're going to have enough paper to cover the larger page, which is the last page, and the smaller page, which is the first page. But you're not going to have enough on your first printout to cover the middle page. So at this point, you need to make a decision. You need to go ahead and go into your stash and pull out some paper that might match your angel card, or you're going to need to reprint the 5x7 page so that way you have more cardstock to work with. Now, before you adhere the back page, you're going to want to add your pocket. You're going to have enough from your paper that you've downloaded and cut to create a pocket. Typically, what I'll do is I will cut my paper down to about 2 inches, and you can make your pocket deeper if you want to, but 2 inches I think works great. And then you're going to want to trim it down so that way it will easily fit on your back page. And then it's just a matter of taking some adhesive and adding some adhesive to the left side, the right side, and the bottom. And then you'll have a pocket. Now, once you add your pocket, I do like to add washi tape to the top edge, and this is for a couple reasons. The washi tape will help secure that pocket so it doesn't lift up on the sides, but it also adds a decorative element as well. Okay, so in my kit, I did provide for you a special delivery label that you can put on the top part of your page. But there's some other things that you can do as well. If you have any of those word bands from Tim Holtz, the metal word bands, those work really nice as well. Or the chip quotes would look really nice also. If you are going to use the word bands, you want to make sure that you adhere that before you actually put tape on the back side of your page, because if you do it first, then it will hide your brads. But if you're just adhering paper, then you can easily just adhere your back page and not have to worry about any brads showing through. Okay, so for this example, I am going to go ahead and use a special delivery label because this is what you got in your kit. And this is just really easy. All you need to do is just take some of your adhesive and then just glue it right down. You can put it right in the middle. I've sized it so it fits perfectly. So all you have to do is add some tape and then center it, and you're good to go. And then after you have your label adhered, then you can add your adhesive to the back of your paper, and you can add that to the back of your card. Now, if you want your card to look a little bit more vintage, you can easily take some distress ink and edge up your sides of your card. Walnut stain works really well, and vintage photo is a good one also. A lot of times I will add my distress ink as I go along, so that way I can make sure that I get all of the edges. But if you want to, you can always just add your distress ink after you have your card put together. Now, when I am adding distress ink to these cards, I typically will use a makeup sponge because I can easily get into the nooks and crannies of my card. Now, I could easily use my blending tool, of course, but I really like the flexibility of the makeup sponge to edge the sides of my card. All right, so now it's time to go ahead and add that paper to the small page, which is your very first page. And you're going to do the same thing you did for your last pages. You're just going to measure it down, round your corners, and then you're going to adhere it to the inside flap of your first page. And then the last page you're going to want to cover, of course, is that middle page. And this is where I said you're going to need to make a decision. Now, for my card, I went ahead and I found some brown tone music paper because I thought it worked well with angels singing. But if you don't have any paper that matches your card, then like I said, you're going to want to go ahead and print out that page that has the two 5x7 pieces of your designer cardstock, and then you're going to want to trim down it to fit the inside page of your second page. All right, so the base of your passport book is now put together. Now it's just time to decorate it. Now you should have several scraps of paper laying around, and these are the scraps that you're going to use for your text. You don't have to use the text if you don't want to. Tim Holtz has some really cute little paper clips that work well, or you can simply just glue down some of your ephemera to design your passport book. It's up to you the way that you want to go. It's your book, so you can choose which way you want to go. And the nice thing about the kit is you can make several. So you can maybe on one of your cards, you can create some text. Maybe on another card you want to glue down some of your ephemera, and then maybe on a third card you can use some of those cute little paper clips, but it's really up to you. So you're just going to want to figure out where you want to put your little text, round your corners, and then you're just going to use your adhesive to add your text to the edges of your passport book. And these texts are great because you can easily stick pieces of ephemera in these texts without having to glue them down. And it's really nice because if you are giving these books as a gift, then it's always fun for the recipient to be able to open the book and use some of that ephemera that's actually in your card. Now, I tried to find lots of angel ephemera for you because I really wanted this to be a fun kit. You can use this ephemera for your passport cards, or you can certainly use it for other cards as well. I was really excited to actually put this kit together because, like I said, it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I just never got around to actually figuring out the measurements and being able to put it onto a 8x10 page for you to be able to print it out. But now that I have the measurements, I'll be able to easily create some of these digital passport cards in the future. And that's really what I hope to do every month. I'm going to be creating these digital passport cards where you can purchase them for $5. And that really is a great value because I typically sell my passport cards for $9 in my Etsy shop. So you're going to be able to download these and create a fun little passport card as many times as you want. And you're going to have lots of fun ephemera to work with as well. So I will leave a list of all the products that I've used to create the kit along with the link to the actual kit itself. And then in my Etsy shop, I will be including the link to this video so you'll be able to refer back to it when you are creating your kit. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you head out. And I really want to actually give away a couple of these kits as well. So go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know if you would be interested in receiving one of my kits. And then in about a week, I will go ahead and I'll do a drawing and I'll give away 5 of my kits. Now, I will be doing it in email form, so make sure that you will have an email available for me so I can email you one of my kits. And hopefully you'll have a lot of fun creating with it. And I plan on making several more kits in the future. Hopefully I'll be able to get a kit a month out. All right, everybody, thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you in a few days for my next Christmas video.